how to break free and release limiting beliefs so you can have more of what you truly desire today on Awakening with Amy. Hi, welcome. I'm Amy Valentine, certified life coach, hoping to awaken within you a mindset that you can be, do, and have any desire. And today we're going to talk all things limiting beliefs. Why? Because when we understand what the limiting belief really is, we can transcend them. We can rise in consciousness and have more, experience more of what we want to experience. So, first thing I want to say about limiting beliefs is limiting beliefs, all beliefs are limiting. Every single one of them. We come from pure, positive love. That soul that we are, that spark of the divine mind, knows it has to limit itself to come into a physical body, knows that and decides to do it anyway because why? For the fun, for the joy of the journey, for the excitement, to have a physical experience. I was listening all weekend to all these near-death experiences. I was on a roll this weekend, just loving them. And everyone had a common theme, and that's what they said. When you're on the other side, it's pure, unconditional love. It feels, they said you can't even have a human emotion or word to describe how amazing it is. And all of them, even though their experiences were slightly different, all of them said they didn't want to come back to Earth, to the physical realm, because they were so blissed out over there. So it's really important to understand that we know that as a soul, that we're going to come here and limit ourselves to have a physical experience in order to expand the universe, right? So when we have any belief, like Abraham Hicks says, a belief is only a thought you kept thinking. Every belief is simply that. Neville Goddard says it's an assumptive world. Assumptions, another way to say belief, right? Assumptions come from who we believe ourselves to be. So when we wake up in this physical reality and realize that this is not the whole picture, that the physical, tangible world that we can see with our five senses isn't the whole picture, that we are non-physical as well. In fact, we're always non-physical. We're still non-physical. There's no separation. Now we can rise in consciousness and live in a physical world and have the experiences we were designed to have, to follow our excitement, like Bashar says, follow our bliss, like Joseph Campbell said. Remember, everything is relative to who we believe we are. And so when we broaden our awareness and turn to our true nature, our core vibrational frequency that is already this high love vibration, now we can expand our consciousness and expand what's possible for us. And I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds really exciting to me. So a belief is the creative act. We talk about that all the time on the channel, right? Everything we believe to be true, we make up to have an experience. So when you know that, you can more easily let go of any belief that's limiting you now. Because in essence, think about it, that belief once served you. It's only limiting. You only are labeling it limiting now because it's no longer who you desire to be. So remember, the physical world, even you, we're always changing. We don't realize it, but that's the truth. of energy is always in motion. We are always changing, minute to minute, moment to moment, day to day. It's only when we keep focusing on what we don't want that we keep recreating it, because every belief, like I said, is the creative act, and it's the result of our attention and focus. In other words, our awareness of being, what we're shining a light on with our consciousness, right? And like we see everything in physical, in 3D reality through who we believe we are, through those belief systems. So it is really beneficial to start questioning them, to not judge yourself, judge righteously, right? Judge with an uncritical eye. Like, do I still want to believe this thought? How is this serving me? It's just the willingness to go within, to not define yourself through the physical world, through where you've been, through what you've done, through what you don't want, right? Because again, we're seeing reality through the lens of who we believe we are. We're seeing reality as reality. Things aren't just the way they are. We define things the way we are, the way we believe we are in relationship to them. So it's really important to turn to your higher self and to learn how to do that. I'm going to give an example of how to do that later in the video, but a little bit more. We're going to unpack this a little bit more before I do that. So again, I said there's two aspects of the self, the physical and the non-physical. Actually, there's really three, right? The Father, Son, Holy Ghost, it's the soul. Anyway, for this video, two aspects of ourselves, the physical mind, the physical body, and the non-physical mind, right? The non-physical so-called body. We come into this physical reality, and as a result, we pick up on the core belief that collectively we have, whether we are conscious of it or not. We pick up the core belief in separation. That's what this world is, this world of seeming duality, right? We pick that up, that separation that we feel is based in fear and doubt. That is what sponsors all limiting beliefs, that feeling of I'm being separated from my home, my true nature, my source, God, all that is. That is the true feeling of fear, is really we feel separated from our source, from that love that we are. That's why it feels so uncomfortable, right? So, and in order to be physical, we have to understand what that separation is, because God gave us free will to choose, right? The universe doesn't have free will of its own. It's only mirroring what we believe about ourselves. It only says, yes, the universe is responding to our vibrational frequency moment to moment to moment. So in order to raise our vibration to match our natural high vibration of our soul, is to follow our excitement. That's what Bashar says. We never want to accept as true any suggestion of fear, of doubt, of limitation, right? That's what Neville Goddard says. He didn't say, get rid of those limiting beliefs, get rid of fear. No, you can't get rid of anything. In infinity, where would you put it? It's nowhere for. No, the point is to not resist it, not resist the fear. Use the fear as your guidance system, telling you this is the wrong way. I'm thinking something that does not match up with my higher self, my inner being. And my higher self, the higher mind, has the purview, knows the bigger picture that I can't see when I'm in this physical body. So when I remember my consciousness is the one and only reality, I can therefore deny the evidence of my senses and assume the consciousness of having my desire. Neville Goddard. He's literally saying the physical mind cannot know how your desire will come about. It can't know. So deny the evidence of your senses. Don't push it away. Don't pretend it's not there. Deny its power over you. He's saying don't resist them. Know they're here to serve you. And remember that your consciousness, your awareness of being, what you're focusing and putting your attention on is the creative act. It's what you're believing to be true. Otherwise, you wouldn't put your focus and attention on it, right? So every situation has the ability to do double duty. That's what Bashar says. Bashar is who Darryl Anka channels, that entity that Darryl Anka channels. Everything, he's saying, find the value in every situation, no matter how negative it is, no matter how positive it is, right? Find the value in all of it. Be still and know I am God. Be still. Stop the yearning, the striving, the wanting, the desiring, and know you're the God of your reality. You're one with. The separation's an illusion. We're always one with. We have to remind ourselves of that over and over and over again, right? I die daily. That's what Paul said to the Corinthians. I die to my limitations. I die to the beliefs that no longer serve me, and I create new ones for myself, right? So Bashar's AAA formula. Whenever you get in a jam, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling that doubt, and remember, before I get into it, remember when you're following your excitement or following your desires, naturally those counter beliefs are going to rise. And if you fight them, you won't get the value out of them. They're coming up to be put out, meaning to put in their place, to say, no, I don't believe in you anymore. You're not the truth. You're here to tell me that's not who I am anymore, right? I'm not going to believe in you. Remember, never accept any belief or suggestion that is based in doubt and fear, because that's telling you you're not enough, and that's not true. It's bogus. So the AAA formula, whenever you're in trouble and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling that doubt, that you don't believe you can have and be what you desire, use Bashar's AAA formula to get yourself back on track. Number one, acknowledge what you have now. You're hitting the reset button, like Abraham Hicks likes to say. You have to choose it, claim it, acknowledge. I am where I am, and where I am is perfect. That's practicing non-resistance. Number two, appreciate who you are in every aspect. Appreciate the physical you. Appreciate the non-physical you. Find anything you can to appreciate about your life. And more will be added unto you, right? Number three, allow yourself to hear your higher mind. Your higher mind speaks to you through those urges, through that feeling of excitement. The physical mind language is action. Whether it's an inner action or a physical action, it doesn't matter. So that higher mind is a frequency. It's speaking to you through a vibration. So it'll feel like we manifest that. We think of that as that feeling of, oh, this sounds fun. Or maybe it's a feeling of curiosity. Or maybe it's like, that feels a little exciting. Maybe I'll go take that walk that I keep telling myself I'm going to do, and then the physical mind's response to that urge, that feeling, is taking action. Whether you say to yourself, I no longer want to believe that thought. I'm going to release it, or I'm gonna take that walk. I'm gonna take physical action. I'm gonna apply for that job. But then you have zero attachment to how it should happen. That's where we all get into the weeds. We start trying to figure it out. How's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Now we're not trusting in the higher mind. We're trusting in the appearances or our physical mind. And like Bashar says, the physical mind doesn't have the ability to know how anything is going to happen. It only knows how to experience what is happening or has already happened. So remember, the higher mind speaks to us through vibration. The physical mind translates that message as a feeling of some form of excitement, of love, of joy, of curiosity. And then when you take that action and you commit to it, not to get something done, not to make something happen, but you're taking that action because now you're building that rapport with your higher self, and that is your intention, with zero attachment to how or when it should show up. Now that your higher self sees you listening and trusting yourself and will give you more, and all the synchronicities will just start increasing. And that's how it works. Remember, reality is a mirror. It's mirroring back to us. The universe is responding to us and what we believe we are in relationship to everything else. So this is how we transcend any limiting belief, any doubt, any fear, is to turn to the higher mind and let it do its job. Accept it all, appreciate it. There's only the now moment anyway, and then allow and be willing to take action on your excitement every single day, every moment of every day. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. That's how we get our message out. And thank you for subscribing. And until next time, have a wonderful day.